yes, this is why I do music. Like in my mind, I had like the perfect album.
Good morning, it's Magic Radio Breakfast. We are so excited. I can barely contain myself right now. We are delighted to have the iconic Taylor Swift with us in the studio this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's lovely to have you here. Welcome.
It's lovely that you're excited about it. This is so nice.
We're very grateful for the heads up because sometimes you like to surprise drop albums.
Yeah.
And you've done that in the past.
Yeah.
But, you know, we had time to roll out the red carpet. We dressed up smart and we knew and
Yeah,
we
you
thought,
guys are
let's have
did.
showers and clean our teeth because Taylor Swift is coming in.
I'm honored.
So, release parties for this incredible album are going to be out in cinemas everywhere. What can the fans expect to see in that film?
So really, it's kind of a combination of what I used to do these things called secret sessions where I would invite fans to my house, play them the record before it came out, and I'd explain sort of inspirations behind different parts of songs or why I wrote things a certain way before I would play each song. So I kind of give them an inside scoop into what went into writing this particular song, then I'd play it. So it's a combination of that, and it's a music video debut.
Right.
So it's a premiere of a brand new music video that you can only see in theaters. It's not going to go online immediately. So it's like, I don't know, I was shooting the video and I was directing it, and my camera operator, Colin, said, like, it's a shame that this isn't going to be seen on like a big screen. It's such a massive production. And I just was like, you're right. To the new music, like have me explain what I wrote it about, and also you see a brand new music video and behind the scenes content of how we made the music video.
Great.
It's brilliant. I mean, everyone's going to love that. And also what's exciting about the new album is you're back together working with Max Martin,
Yes.
who you worked with on the incredible 1989 album, one of my favourite albums of all time.
Oh, thank you.
Has it got a similar vibe? And we have been lucky enough to listen to some tracks already before we met you.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think? I think it's pretty different from 1989.
Yes, I thought some of the tracks do have a slight 80s vibe to them. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, some of the synths that we use for sure. I mean,
Sorry, I'm interrupting you.
no, you're right. I was agreeing with you.
I loved the songs. I thought also, because you're very famous, of course, for writing from the heart, things like Wish List I found very
It's
emotional.
amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that one literally
I'm really happy
got
that you
me.
liked that one, because
Yeah.
that was like the one that made me know we were done with the record.
Oh, really?
As soon as we finished that song, I was
You were
like,
gonna
boys,
ask?
we're
I was
done.
desperate to ask you a question, which is how do you know when you're done with an album? How do you know?
Well, with this album, I was very specific about the vision for it being a short, concise, like almost like in my mind, I had like the perfect album as a idea, right? Like perfection is unattainable. We know that conceptually it's like a problematic thing to think about perfect. But I meant perfect in the idea of like each song has a place. It can't be swapped out with anything else. It fits perfectly together, right? So that's when I knew that we had made, in my mind, the perfect album for this moment in my life was when we wrote Wishlist, because it really does get me too. Like it's really emotional. It's a very accurate stance on where I'm at in life, and like, so I just like it was a feeling.
Yeah.
It was a feeling of like we're done now. Sometimes I've written very sprawling albums before where I just couldn't stop writing.
Yeah.
And there's something to that too, if that's the project you're making. But this was not that.
You are unstoppable. I mean, when do you find the time? You've had the Eras tour, which broke all kinds of records, and then you come out with this. I mean, when do you write?
So this was happening at the same time as the Eras tour.
Yeah.
When I was on tour in Europe last summer.
Yeah.
It was the point in the tour where we had so many shows so frequently. I was getting sick a lot. I was always like physically sore, but I had reached the point in the show where I could do it muscle memory.
Right.
So I needed something to wake my brain back up. I was like, I need something that like puts
So you're
a little...
writing an album. Just going to write an album.
Honestly, yeah. Like it felt like I was so physically exhausted from the shows, but being mentally and sort of like emotionally stimulated by making this music got me to the point where like I was so excited to step back on stage because
by the way.
Thank you.
Is there a standout lyric in this entire album that you can think of instantly? You go, actually, that's where I am. That's what I'm most proud of. That's what I love. That's my messaging.
Weirdly, like there are lines that I think represent the way I write songs.
Yeah.
Like, it's not something that I think represents like who I am as a person, because this is very much a song that's written in character. There's a song called Father Figure, where the first line of the second verse says, I pay the check before it kisses the mahogany grain.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's my favorite type of writing, right?
Yeah.
Where you have to think about, wait, what do those words mean? Oh, somebody got the bill before it hit the table, but you say kisses the mahogany grain. I'm like, okay, that's my favorite type of stuff to write. But there are some lines in the song, The Life of a Showgirl, that are very much sort of like the manifesto of how I've had to operate within this industry. It's a song about meeting one of your sort of idols, and they, instead of being what you thought they would be, they warn you against following in their footsteps, because they just want to be honest with you about how hard this industry is, and you do it anyway. I think that's sort of like the manifesto of like how I approached this tour. There wasn't the option of, if I'm sick, I'm not going on stage.
Right.
There wasn't an option of, I'm feeling terrible, I'm not doing the show tonight. And so every one of us on that tour operated from that standpoint of like, the crowd is your king.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the other way around.
We're going to play Fate of Ophelia now. It's the first play for us on Magic. What can you tell us about this song, and we'll play it?
I think that this song has some of like my favorite moments in it. Like, there's this post-hook section that goes, keep it 100 on the land, the sea, the sky, pledge allegiance to your hands, your team, your vibes. And when we wrote that in studio, I was like, yes, this is why I do music. Like, the way I feel when this part of the song happens. But this is a song about feeling for a long time like you might have met a similar fate to Ophelia, who was driven mad over the years slowly by love. And instead she, you know, I kind of give her a little bit of a, we reference her fate, but you talk about sort of someone saving you from that fate, and like how euphoric that feels to look at maybe your past experiences with heartbreak and feel that you've been like rescued from that by this fortuitous turn of events where you ended up finding a person that changed that for you.
What an insight. Thank you so much.
I love the line where you're like, just give me a best friend who's hot.
Yeah.
Just, do you think you've achieved that now with Travis?
100%. I'm like, look what I got.
Oh my God, the ring. We are joined by someone who made UK chart history this year as the first female artist to achieve 13 #1 albums in the UK. She's won Grammys, Brits, all the awards. She made history with her record-breaking Eras tour. She got her masters back. She's a performer, a businesswoman, an icon. We're, of course, talking about the showgirl herself, Taylor Swift.
Oh, wow. That was a great intro.
That
Thank
was
you.
good.
Yeah.
You really pulled out all the stops
was
there,
great.
Fleur.
Beautifully done.
You know what? We're just really honoured that you took the time to come and
Record. We then take all this time to plan out how we're going to put it out and make sure that we have vinyl for everybody. So there's like a lag time between when I made it and when it enters the world. Oftentimes your life can change drastically between this point and this other point. And for example, my last album, Tortured Poets Department, by the time that album came out, I was in a completely different point in my life. So it was like, it's an interesting feeling sometimes putting albums out into the world. With this one, the coolest part is that it is absolutely the place that I still am in my life.
That's
You know,
great.
the music matches the moment that I'm in. So it's so much easier to come in here and like talk about music that completely accurately like reflects what's going on in my life. So that's really fun. I would say that this album is a complete and total snapshot of what my life looks like right now.
Amazing.
Okay.
Because I read that you wrote it kind of about what was happening behind the scenes during the Eras tour.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like there was a lot happening behind the scenes during the Eras tour, and a lot to be joyous about. But you know, there's light and shade in the songs that we heard for sure. Like that tour being so huge for so many people. Was that one of the most intense experiences of your life?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What was it
definitely.
about it? Not just the scale, but that made it so intense? Because, you know, almost summing up your whole body of work in one performance must have been extraordinary.
Oh, it was a blast. It was so fun, but it was also so many other things, you know? Like when you're on tour for 2 years and every night is a 3.5-hour show.
Whoa.
The biggest threat, I think one of my favorite things that anyone, like a mentor has said to me is Stevie Nicks always said when it came to anything in her personal life, she was like, just don't threaten my show. don't threaten I'm not gonna like, have a messy, like dramatic feeling about something that doesn't actually matter and isn't really real. Because there's a lot of like, we live in a moment of like a lot of rage baiting, and a lot of like people like getting attention has now been monetized. So you have to just know like what world we live in and kind of choose what reality you want to be in.
Yeah. Now, we have been loving the album. We've listened to many a tune. My personal favorite is Wishlist.
Oh, really?
It's a vibe. It's a straight up vibe. I was like,
A lot of shoulders.
I was doing the shoulders.
Yeah,
I was like,
a lot of that.
Oh, that makes me so happy. That was actually the last song that we finished on the record, and that was when I knew the record was done.
Really?
That was when I knew. I was like, we're good.
guys.
We're good.
I love the line where you're like, just give me a best friend who's hot.
Yeah.
Do you think you've achieved that now with Travis?
100%. I mean, like, look what I got.
Oh my God, the ring.
Sorry, the ring is even bigger in real life.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Stunning.
You would love him. You would love him.
I have a question actually. Does he
Yeah.
have any hot gay friends?
Yeah.
Yeah? Great.
Yeah.
Okay,
We'll
I'm
sort
single.
it out.
Perfect.
I also have a lot of
Yes.
those as well.
In the UK?
That
Yes.
doesn't matter, Will.
Yeah, I mean, I feel this
Will
feels
travel.
offline. This feels like for maybe
it's an
later we
offline
just,
chat.
I get
Maybe
off my
later.
phone. But yeah, you would absolutely love him. He's a blast. He's just the most fun person. Life of any party, even when it's just us. So it's like, yeah, that is the goal, isn't it? Find
Yeah.
a best friend
It
who
is.
you think is hot.
Yeah. It's like amazing. What a
just
combination.
Somebody who
it
makes
is.
you laugh and is
Yes.
hot. That
we have
is
to
the-
say
That's the thing.
congratulations to you on the engagement.
Thank
Yeah.
It's
you.
amazing.
Thank you.
We spoke to Ed Sheeran, a few weeks back, and he told us he's constantly asked to perform at people's weddings. So, is he singing at your wedding?
Oh, I mean, it would be hard to keep him from it, I think.
Yeah, he has that energy.
Because that's the thing is, he's like, I'm always being asked to sing at weddings. It's like, Ed,
Yeah.
if there's a stage, you know that you'll be
Yeah,
on it.
exactly.
Like, he knows what people want, and he wants to give people what they want. That's the fun thing about our friendship is we both love performing and we love writing and we love singing. So it's like, we're like, oh, don't make me sing.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
All right. You know what I mean?
As you wheel in your own.
Or writing or working together, there's really like a sort of strange like mind melt thing that happens between
Yeah.
us two, and we've always had it. We always will. So he had a great wedding. Like couple, oh God, what was it, like 8 years ago maybe?
Yeah.
In the forest,
Mm.
you know, just like a
mean,
woods wedding.
Just everything you want, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it was Time Magazine, Person of the Year. Big up. They said your lyrics give women and girls permission to know that their internal voice matters. And I think that's absolutely where your music comes from. And Opal Light is, I think, the song that we all need right now, because you're saying like, it's all right. And a lot of us need that. Is that your intention when you're writing, to like really hit that connection?
Thank you for saying that about that song. I'm so glad you like that one.
Oh, it's amazing. Because you say, when you know, but how do you know?
Yeah, so that song was so much fun to write because it goes through all these situations where oftentimes in life when we go through something that doesn't work out, whether it's in our personal life or in our friendships or in our career path, we oftentimes look at it as this like major setback, like we've taken a step back. But actually I've found that so many of those instances in my life have, based on how you respond to it, can catapult you forward in growth, in wisdom, in perspective. And I think those are the things that I've tried to like find to be the most attainable qualities and the most aspirational qualities in growing up, is like, can you react to certain situations in a way that benefits you and the people around you, and essentially like acquire wisdom because of it. And so Opalite is a song about like kind of forgiving yourself for having gone through something that didn't pan out the way you wanted it to. And it's because it says, you know, like all of the perfect couples like would look at you and say like, when you know, and when you don't, you don't. And when you're not in that situation, when you don't know, you know that you don't know.
You know that you don't know.
Yeah.
And so it's like it's giving yourself permission to like not have it all figured out, or not marry the first person you ever dated, you know, like stuff like that. Like I'm just happy that song exists, and also like that chorus I'm really just stoked about how like absolutely infectious and
It is.
borderline
Yeah.
narcotic
Yeah.
it is.
It is. That is
feels
exactly what it is.
shocking melody.
So we're going to play the first single, The Fate of Ophelia. But
Oh,
before we do,
good.
can you please just give us headlines on what it's about?
I just have this fixation on Shakespeare characters that I fall in love with, and I can't stand to see them meet a tragic demise. I can't. I don't want that to be what happened to them, because wait, are you talking about Ophelia's she died? What do you mean?
Yeah, how dare you?
I was
do that to
really
Ophelia?
excited to see what happened with her and Hamlet. They seemed great. And I kind of going back to like the song Love Story, which I wrote when I was a teenager, I was just like, I can't watch Romeo and Juliet not work out. What do you mean they both die? They don't in my version of things. So it's just like you just turn the movie off before the bad ending. But this is a little bit like that, where The Fate of Ophelia talks about how, Ophelia was driven mad by love. And
relatable.
It talks about, the hook says like, you dug me out of my grave and saved my heart from the fate of Ophelia. So it's a love song. And it's also just got one of like the catchiest post hook kind of sections that I'm pretty proud of. So, oh my God, it's crazy to talk about this.
Taylor Swift, undoubtedly the most talked about woman of 2025, has once again captured global attention. At 35, she just released her record-breaking album, The Life of a Showgirl, last month, igniting a new wave of media coverage and fan excitement. Her momentum is unstoppable, with the much-anticipated Opalite music video scheduled for a December release. But the headlines are not just about her music, it's her high-profile relationship with NFL superstar Travis Kelce that has the world buzzing. The couple confirmed their engagement this year, and every detail of their romance, from their affectionate exchanges to the swirling rumors about their upcoming wedding, has become headline news. This week, the spotlight shifted to the surprising origins of their relationship as Swift shared personal insights about their early days together in a video teaser for End of an Era, the 6-part Disney Plus documentary chronicling the backstage journey of her Monumental Eras tour. In the teaser, Swift called Kelce the greatest surprise of my life and revealed that the most meaningful relationship I've ever had started with a man saying he was butthurt that I didn't want to meet him. Her words immediately went viral, sparking a fresh wave of intrigue and laughter among fans. The story goes back to 2023, before they were a couple, when Kelce attended the Eras tour as an ardent fan. On his New Heights podcast in July that year, Kelce candidly shared his disappointment at not getting to meet Swift, saying, "I was a little butthurt I didn't get to hand her one of the bracelets I made for her." The bracelet, memorably, had his phone number on it, a bold move from the NFL star. He went on, "She doesn't meet anybody, or at least she didn't want to meet me. So I took it personal. But it was an unbelievable show. That moment of vulnerability and humor became a defining moment for the pair." 2 months later, Swift and Kelce made their relationship public, instantly becoming the most talked about couple in entertainment and sports. Swift later joked about Kelce's approach, recalling, "This dude didn't get a meet and greet, and he's making it everyone's problem. It was like he was standing outside my window with a boombox just yelling, 'I want to date you.'" Her laughter echoed the playful nature that has defined much of their romance. Reflecting on her initial reaction to Kelce's overtures, Swift admitted, "If this guy isn't crazy, which is a big if, this is sort of what I've been writing songs about wanting since I was a teenager." Their story quickly became the stuff of pop culture legend, with fans dissecting every interaction and speculating about what would come next. After their relationship went public, Swift and Kelce's bond only deepened. They were seen supporting each other at games and concerts, exchanging loving glances and playful banter in interviews. Their chemistry was undeniable, and every sighting or comment added fuel to the public's fascination. Subscribe for more exclusive updates on Taylor and Travis. As the couple navigated the challenges of fame, their candidness about the quirks and surprises in their relationship endeared them even further to their supporters. Swift, never one to shy away from vulnerability, spoke openly about how Kelce's persistence and humor won her over. She recounted how his initial podcast confession made her laugh, but also made her curious. The unexpected start to their relationship reminded her of the fairy tale moments she dreamed about but never quite believed could happen. Meanwhile, Kelce, known for his larger-than-life personality on the football field, embraced the spotlight with Swift by his side. He continued to reference their beginnings, often poking fun at his initial disappointment and how it all worked out in his favor. The couple's story became a symbol of serendipity and boldness, with fans drawing inspiration from Kelce's willingness to put himself out there and Swift's openness to new possibilities.